Hello, my ADHD kitties. Today we're in the world of right triangles. Yes, that means 90 degrees. The Pythagorean Theorem tells you how to calculate the length of each side of a triangle. Check it out. So here we are in the world of triangles. The first thing that I want you to remember is that we use this little box to identify that that's 90 degrees. Well, that seems good so far. You want to find out here that there are two legs. One of the legs is A, and one of the legs is B. So I'm going to put over here A, comma B. And yes, you know it, we're taking notes. Hypotenuse is the longest side, and that is C. Write it down. You're only getting it once. If you need more time to copy it, just pause the tape and we'll meet you on the other side. So here we are on the Pythagorean Theorem, and you might have seen it before. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And it's really quick. Go ahead and take that note, and then we're on to doing calculations. We're going to work some problems. Make sure you're writing. So here we are with our first try using the Pythagorean Theorem. The first thing that we need to know is that A equals 8. The second thing that we know is that B equals 15. And we do not have any idea what C equals, but we can calculate it. So, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So, doing some substitution, we know that A is 8. So I'm going to have 8 squared. And B is 15. So we'll have 15 squared. And then we don't have any clue. So we're going to go ahead and put C squared. Now, remembering how to use your calculator, which I know you do, 8 squared is 64. And 15 squared is 225. And we're still waiting to see what is C squared. So now, moving on to our final calculation, we're going to say 64 plus 225 is 289 equals C squared. So I want you to now think about what happens next. So I'm actually going to write it over here. C squared equals 289. So you're going to take the square root of both sides, and you're going to get C equals, take the square root, 17. Now, this is going to be the only one that you need to write down, but you need to write down every single step that is there. Even the triangle. Make sure that you're writing. You might have a test where you have to show your work. Okay, so here we are in a new triangle. And the first thing we need to figure out is what is A? What is B? And what is C? We have no idea. So A is 5, B is 12, and C is what we're trying to solve for. So we're going to use our trusty Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and then we're just going to put those numbers right in. So they said here, we said that a was 5, so what is 5 squared? Just put in your calculator. And what is b squared? Just put in your calculator. So 25 plus 144 equals c squared. So what is 25 plus 144? So 169 equals c squared. So all you're going to do is take the square root of both sides. So the square root of 169 is 13. So your answer is 13. So using your calculator accommodation, you can do this really quickly. The trick is you need to be able to figure out what are A and B, and then remember the Pythagorean theorem, which I know that you do because you copied it down at the beginning. Last one. Okay, so here's the last one. And if you've seen my videos before, you know the last one is all on you. First step, write down the Pythagorean theorem. If you don't have it memorized, go look at your notes. Okay, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So now you're going to go through and you're going to figure out what are a and b and calculate what is c. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you got 10 for C. If you did not, go look at your notes that I'm sure that you've taken and you'll figure it out. So ends our quick trip to learn the Pythagorean theorem. Aren't calculators great? Hold on to this. You'll need it in geometry and pre-calculus. And remember, Edie loves math, even if you don't. Ciao.